are raised around Senator John Fetterman's health and ability to serve. And remember that recent story about how a Pennsylvania lab which certifies the nation's respirators was on the brink of closing? Well, that decision's been reversed, for now. This and more in today's Week in Focus for the Pennsylvania Capital Star. First up, Democrat John Fetterman has found himself on the defensive as reports revealed his alleged ongoing health struggles and how it is impacting his ability to do his job. It was reported by New York Magazine that since taking office, Fetterman has displayed signs of paranoia, delusional thinking, and erratic behavior. The AP also reported on Fetterman's alleged outburst at a meeting with union officials. Anonymous former staffers told the Inquirer that Fetterman has been disengaged from his duties as senator. In an email response to the Capital Star, Fetterman criticized New York Magazine and said his doctors and his families affirmed he's in good health. Fetterman has missed 18.9% of floor votes since taking office. Now, according to the nonpartisan vote tracker GovTrack, the median senator misses 2.7% of votes while in office. Next, the Capital Star reported last month that employees of the Pittsburgh area lab responsible for certifying virtually all U.S. government-approved respirators in the country was preparing to permanently close in June. It's responsible for certifying and auditing just about every N95 mask, as well as those worn by doctors, firefighters, coal miners, and other professionals. But that notice was revoked earlier this week, and their jobs are safe, for now. The employee who shared the email did so under the condition of anonymity for fear of retaliation. Workers at the National Personal Protective Technology Lab learned their jobs were no longer being cut on the same day a U.S. District Court judge in West Virginia granted an injunction ordering employees of NIOSH's Mine Safety and Respiratory Health divisions return to work following previous cuts. That was in response to a class action case led by West Virginia coal miner Harry Wiley. And finally, the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, known as RGGI, could put fossil fuel burning power plants out of business and significantly increase energy costs for consumers and electricity producers, said Republican opponents of the program in the state Supreme Court this week. Pennsylvania justices asked in oral arguments, is RGGI a tax, a fee, or something completely different? Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro's Department of Environmental Protection says lawmakers decades ago gave it broad authority to control air pollution. Environmental groups argued the state constitution guarantees the protection of public resources, including clean air, and that the DEP's plan to limit carbon emissions is constitutional because it is part of its program to protect the public's environmental rights. This is an ongoing story, but the impact could upend an industry and usher in a new era of energy production and consumption in Pennsylvania, so stay tuned. For the Pennsylvania Capital Star, I'm Natalie Bencavanga, and this was your Week in Focus.